That's what we are here to discuss. And with me, I have two amazing and wonderful guests, and I'd like them to go ahead and introduce themselves and also
All right.
so
My name is Akaola Yinka Omotola. I'm a data analyst and a media personality. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Akinpelu Adeshewa Winifred. I'm a law graduate and a part-time influencer. Thank you for having me.
all right, thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Firstly, I'm going to throw a question to Sledge. What you think the concept or the idea of a backup plan actually means?
Well, the best of my knowledge actually, and then following the social media trend, I think it's an act where you actually have someone as a backup plan, even though you're in a relationship, almost like your safety girlfriend or your safety man in case things actually goes wrong in the main relationship. But then to me, I think it's just an avenue to cheat, like I said earlier. So, but then that's what I believe it to be.
All right. Shara, can you tell us your best of knowledge what you think having a backup plan in a relationship means?
Okay, having a backup plan is basically having probably somebody else, so you won't be stranded in a relationship. Probably when the first relationship doesn't work out, you just go into the next relationship or friendship or whatever it is.
Do you think it's worth the conversation
Yeah,
today?
it's actually worth the conversations because so many people like have backup plans because of they don't even some people don't have reasons like why they have backup plans. So many
Okay.
people have backup, they're just really confused or they just want to like explore or something. So I think it's actually because it's something that's been like it's an argument that's been like probably going over on Twitter. I think
Happening.
I've seen something like that. So yeah, it's actually worth the conversation.
All right. Sledge, I have another question for you,
Please
and
go on.
I'm going to ask you. Do you believe in having a backup plan? Would you
Personally,
be the okay?
I'd be the kind of person who have a backup plan in the relationship.
Who would
Who
not
would have a
you
backup
personally?
plan? Oh,
No, not you personally. Are
okay.
you the kind of person that would overlook people having backup plans in their relationship? Like,
I mean,
would
people.
you feel like
I actually believe everybody's entitled to actually have to actually do whatever it is they want to do with their life. But you're dealing with me, and to my partner, you can have a. I mean, why even have a backup plan?
okay?
Did I tell you I'm actually signing out soon? So with my partner, no. But for other people, yeah, I think I'll just overlook it. I mean, it's what they want. So if they're cool with it, I'm actually cool with it. Then, yeah.
All right, Cheryl. What about you?
I mean, I actually don't mind if I don't know. It's not my life. It's not my private stuff. It's for my friends to decide. But for me, I think I've been in that position where I
A
had
backup
to
plan.
have a backup plan. Yeah, because of situations and circumstances. So yeah, it wasn't my fault. But then I just had to. So like I can. But if any other person wants to, like, I mean, it's their private life. But I don't mind in certain situations.
Do you think is a thing of I'm scared and what if it hurts me? What do you think it is? What do you think might be their idea? Like for people who have backup plans in their relationship,
Personally, I
what
think
what
the whole idea of the whole backup plan thing, the way people actually try to present it to you, it's more like, oh, in case things actually go south with my main relationship, and then I have something I can actually fall back to. And, people give you lots of reasons, pretty like, oh, it's my financial backup and all that. But then I think it's just people being scared of being alone. I mean, a lot of people can actually be alone for a very long time. You see people hopping from one relationship to another. I think it's just the case of that. I mean, I'm not actually not going to put it that way, not to sound toxic or anything, but it still doesn't make any sense that you're having a backup plan for someone you actually plan to spend the rest of your life with. I mean, there is no way you are in love with someone and then you are trying to replace them at the same time. So I think it's just been the fear of being lonely. I think it's just that.
Okay, when I left the toxic relationship, I I did practically end up with the backup plan, but we were good and we are still good.
Okay, Sledge, is that enough?
Okay, well, I think it's good enough to move on. Probably. Now
But
it
okay.
defeats the whole purpose of the whole thing. I mean, the main reason. Okay, listen. The main reason why you had a backup relationship in the first start is like, okay, if things go south with this, I'm actually going to be this. And I don't know. I'm not trying to assume, but one way or the other, the backup plan never knew he was the backup plan, right? I mean, it was invested in the relationship.
Did you know it was the backup plan?
No, it didn't. Okay, he didn't. I'll take that as he didn't.
We didn't ask. We
It,
didn't
it,
ask.
okay. In the beginning, he knew that he was, but then later, I think at the point, my ex broke up.
You led
Then
him
I
on.
told him to. So, like, if in his head, we're together anymore.
Oh, so now, okay. See, I don't know. I'm just actually trying to ride with that wave she actually just gave me. So if I'm not trying to base this on your life. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do that. But then the point is, yeah, if you invest so much with someone as a backup plan, and then eventually things went south with the main relationship, and then you still end up with a backup relationship. So then, what's the purpose of having the backup relationship? Then, do you mean okay? Does that mean you have to have
What
like
makes
three,
you
four backup
Sledge?
relationship? Yeah.
Sledge, what makes you feel like it's just going to be? Do you know you can have backup plan A, backup plan B?
So what happens to every of the backup when
Just
things go
saying.
south? I mean, these people invest. No. Wait. Let's be clear about this. Yeah, we're talking about humans with feelings, with
Yeah.
emotions. I mean, with plans actually. I mean, for you to be with someone, you probably have plans with them. Like, oh, this person, I like this person. I want to spend this time with this person. I want to do this with this person. And then eventually, you discovered you're not even the main person, and even you as the backup, you're not even going to get half of the cake. Someone actually, somewhere is going to get the cake, and it's not even going to be you. Do you know? You just drained me. Oh, no. She said he knew at the beginning. He knew
Yes.
at the beginning at first. But then
Yes.
we're
Now
not going to
knowing
be
at the
talking about
beginning,
Adeshawa.
knowing at the beginning, yes. Now knowing at the beginning is the utmost part. Now it's not knowing in the middle. You know from the start.
That was what I was asking Adeshawa the other time. Like the person you left out there, the person you led on, the person you. Okay, calm down, calm down. I said that. Okay, the person you led on, the person you made feel special at some point. So what happens if the main relationship doesn't go south? What happens to that person? I mean, you
Okay.
left them on. They've invested
Okay.
their emotions, their time, everything in you, and then you just, you know. So I think it's a lot
I
of
feel
demerits.
you.
I could actually count
I
100, but
feel you.
then we don't have the time, so I would just stop at that.
I totally understand you.
All right.
So I know you're raising up your hand, but I want to ask Sledge something. Do you
All
think
right.
there's a difference where I'm in a relationship, for instance, I'm in a relationship and I don't have a backup plan per se, but then I have somebody that, before I even said yes to this person I'm in a relationship with, he has already made his intentions clear that I'm interested in you. I would love to be with you, but I'm like, there's somebody else that has already made this decision before you did, and I already gave him a chance, so I don't think that would work. But along the line, this particular relationship I'm in starts acting like something is up with it, and then I'm like, I start considering that other person. Do you think, like, automatically that is me having a backup plan, or would you say that that is just me finding in myself in a situation where I had somebody else that has already made his intention? Would you call that a backup plan?
Okay, let's put it this way. I'm actually going to be talking about two things. First, maybe what you did with the first person the second person who actually made the intention on is dating, not relationship. When you're dating someone, I
Okay.
mean, in my own word, I believe when you're dating someone, you can actually have two or three person you're actually talking to just to be sure. But once it becomes a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
once
Okay.
it becomes a relationship, what you did is cheating. Because you are probably leading someone on when you are in a relationship. That's cheating. But then, I wouldn't
No,
want to say
I'm
that.
not
I
leading
think
him on. I literally already
it's
made it. that I'm in a
Well, you could
relationship. But
you
at the end
can
of the
actually
day, this
see the
relationship that
point
I'm
is
in
I know
is
what you're
not
talking about, right?
looking like
I understand what you're talking about. I mean, I've been there before. I know. So what I'm trying to say is, it's a different ball game where this person. I'm in a relationship with someone, and you came at the wrong time. I'm not sure. There's actually no space for you. The person has to take the cue and leave. And if in case the
mhm.
person doesn't leave and they probably stick around, like, oh, if things go south, I'll be here. It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
Okay,
That's not a backup plan. That's just you
okay.
having
So
someone
that's
who
not a
actually
backup
doesn't
plan.
see. Yeah, that's not the backup plan. That person actually doesn't see a better option. The person sees you as the best option, even though I think the person is a simp. But then they actually see you as a better option, though.
Ouch.
So
Shiva, you're about to say something.
Oh yeah, so I was saying that when he mentioned something about uh you get into a relationship and you tell the person if it doesn't work out you bounce or I'll bounce. Like in most cases I feel like I would want to enter a relationship with the mindset that I'm going to leave. Or I won't enter a relationship and tell someone that if this doesn't work out, I'm going to leave, I'm going to move on. No. I feel like it's in certain situations that like I'm still going to stand on it. Like it's in certain situations that make people change, that make people have backup plans. Except you have the fact you can't be satisfied with just being with one person. But most people, I think, let me think about it. Me, I don't think I can have a relationship. I don't think I can enter a relationship with the mindset that, oh yeah, I want to be with somebody else. Like in the long run, do you get? Or like later in the relationship. Probably there's certain situations when things are not working out again. And some people might not want to break up, like the partner, okay, let's work. And it is obvious that it's not working, but you want to, okay, so now I have to like, I just opt for that option.
Inka, you will not let her breathe
In fact,
at all.
I was actually he was raising his hand.
think one mistake everyone actually makes in the relationship, most people make, not because I don't think I'm on that table anymore, is we don't call self-assessment and self-awareness after breakup. I mean, when you just step out of a relationship with someone, you're supposed to take some few step backs and then assess yourself, like, could I be the problem? Maybe it wasn't just this person. Maybe it was me. Maybe it's me. I mean, so if you are actually having a backup and then you step this first relationship and then you move into another one immediately, you might not be able to figure it out. You might never be able to pick it out, like where you went wrong with the first one. Because most times we usually think it's not just us, like it's always them, and most times it's just us. I mean, we contribute to it. So how do you realize that? How do you conduct that self-assessment to show when you're actually moving from one to another? And then if the same thing happens in the other one, would you get another backup? I mean, from one backup to another, would you get another backup for your backups?
This young lady is laughing. I agree with self-assessment when you get out of a relationship. Why? Can you tell us why you're laughing?
I'm laughing because I don't even know.
Don't even
Okay, I
know.
don't know about self-assessment. What if I'm not the problem? What if it is the partner
And
that
you
is the
find
problem?
out at the end of the day, you still end up
At
finding out from your
least you
self-assessment.
get the time to let it
It's not
soak
a
in,
bad
like, okay,
idea.
wow,
Yeah,
it's not
before
that
you jump
But
bad.
you know
into the
that.
next.
But you know that. I feel like most people here, before they have backup plans, it's probably the relationship problems that have gotten to the apex. So like you know that I'm no more feeling this thing. I'm not even the problem because we've addressed what the
Then why don't you
problem is.
just bounce?
And I said the partner is obsessive and they
And
don't
now
want you
that's
to
it
bounce
now.
with
Oh,
strengths and everything. Or
oh,
like
okay.
in situation, but if probably the relationship is not toxic, yeah, that's fine. But
Oh,
situation of
Oh,
toxic relationships, what are you going to do?
just say, like, someone. It's this case of holding someone hostage in a relationship. Just put it that way.
Yeah,
Because I see no reason why.
yes.
See, I think my own philosophy is when I'm in a relationship with someone and I'm not getting what I want and the energy is off. I mean, I just have to let you know. At some point, I was ghosting, and at some point, I think I grew up and I understand, like, okay, let this person know it's not working. Let's just, part ways. They might not take it well, but then I think it's still the best for the both of you. So when you get to see each other in the future, you don't have to hold the bad blood there. That's
Yeah.
what I think, though.
Yeah.
all right, Shara. Let me ask you this one. This one is going to you. What stage do you think you need to focus on one person and stop?
Well, for me, I'm not ready for. See, the thing is, I'm not ready for marriage. So I mean, when I get to that bridge, yeah, I'll cross it. For me right now, I'm not ready for marriage. So focusing on one person is not a problem. But the thing is, if the person I'm focusing on is losing focus, I'm going to alter. Do you get?
Oh
So
my
like
god.
right now, me, I'm still. Would I call it my prime? Yeah. So like, but that does not mean I should start jumping from one relationship to the other. No, it is when the person loses focus that will
Lose
also.
focus.
You get. But like,
Alright.
at what point? I don't know. But when you're ready for marriage, or you know that yes, I'm a lover girl, and I know. Mm.
Sure, you're literally contradicting your statement. You're not ready for marriage, so it's probably when you're ready for marriage. That's when
Mhm.
you can focus on one person. But at the same time, you don't want to be moving from one person to another
No,
because
yeah, it's not a situation of moving from one person to another. I mean, you can. Hmm.
Sledge, please tell us. At what point do you think you should focus on one person? Because I hear people say, I'm, I'm, I'm checking out this guy till I find my partner, or I'm going on this date till I meet my person and meet my spouse.
See. I think the new social media. I'll actually keep using the word new social media has actually made it easy for everyone to catch. You can actually have lots. You can actually define whatever it is you're having with people with different things right now. I mean, there's entanglements, there's situationship, there's
Mm,
it goes on and on. I mean, so I think the problem is we actually mix everything up. Once you're in a
mm,
relationship with someone, I think you have to be focused with that person. So it's actually different when you're in a talking stage with someone. It's a different thing when you're in a
okay.
talking stage and you guys are going out, you guys are hanging out. It's different. And when you guys start dating, I mean, you guys are still dating, you're still testing the waters, and then there's still room for people to actually, people can actually still chip in and you can actually still leave this person. But once it becomes a relationship, I mean,
That's when you have to put your focus on one person.
you put everything you have. I mean, this is the point when you guys can start building. Because if the moment you said, "Oh, I want until I get married," that is when I want to be focused on one person. So let me tell you something. You would actually miss out on the act of discovering who you actually sailing in that ship with. Because if you don't discover them, if you don't know who they truly are, when you guys are in a relationship, it's going to be a hard time when you guys are married. And the only reason why you won't figure it out when you guys are in a relationship is because you think it's until when I'm married that is when I'm actually going to be focused on this person. Then you would actually miss out on a lot of things when you guys are in a relationship. So for me, the moment you step into a relationship, the moment you guys define it to be a relationship, you should get your eyes on someone.
That's where
Not
the focus
focused.
should start.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
One thing. I want to say one thing here. I feel like what. Sorry, I'm talking for like the Lagos-based relationship right now. I think one thing that's really messed up a lot, like a whole lot of Lagos youths, is because they always say this. You can't find true love in Lagos. There's a time I used to say that if I'm looking for a relationship, I'd rather go to Kafancha and go and look for love because you will tell me you love me right now, and the next thing I'm seeing you that I'm calling you're not picking, you're telling me you're sleeping. Meanwhile, you're with another babe. I don't understand. So in that kind of situation, and I love you, and I know that I love you. In that kind of situation, yeah, are you telling me that kind of that me that I'm staying in the relationship? Am I stupid? That so means I can't have a backup plan. I mean, you get so
So
me. I don't know. I'm just in between.
okay, can I just say something to that? You see, we have this notion in our head. We Lagosians, we have this notion like Lagos is actually hard when it comes to relationship. Let me tell you something. This thing you are saying, when you come to the island and you say this thing again, people will still tell you on the island like it's a different vibe from the mainland to the island. It's a lie. We are just lying to
Yeah.
each other. Now the same people will travel for Lagos. Now they still go for that Kafansha when you go find person. Now people still there. It's still the same OT. So they say the thing is, yeah, just find your own poison, find the antidote to it, and then we are still having. It's still the problem. One way or the other, this conversation we are having is still the same problem in Lagos because most people actually think there's a lot of options I actually pick from. I think that is one of the biggest problems. People actually know they have options.
I'm just going to say
Well,
this for Shewa's person out there. Please don't give her reasons to have a backup plan. Don't give her, she's a lover girl. Oh, please just don't give her reason to have a backup plan. Anyways, if I understood Claire's clearly, I think he's trying to let us know that the world would be a better place if we're just being honest with our feelings. Like, if you really don't want a relationship with this person, I think you should just let them know like how you feel. You're not at the same pace that they are at. I feel like it's going to make things easier for everyone. And at the end of the day, nobody's going to get hurt and transfer such feeling to another person. So my last question will be for Shewa. So people say that if I show this person I'm in a relationship with, if I show them off, it's going to reduce my success chance for like my relationship, the success potential for my relationship. Do you think that is true, or you don't think like that makes any sense?
Okay, so personally, I feel like whether you keep it private or you keep it public, last, everybody will sit your breakfast though, except you have the fear of God. But then I feel like for me personally, I can't put my relationship out there. I always say something that I probably even on my wedding day. It probably is on my wedding day that everybody will know that this is my man, because except my family members, because it is right now it's a thing of, you see that a lot of people put their relationship out there, and the next thing they're breaking up is becoming the internet sensation. Like everybody's judging, everybody's saying one or two, and doesn't really make any
But
sense because
but what if your partner is a fan of that? Like your partner wants to be shown off.
see, since my since my second relationship, I've not really had anybody that I've not really had anybody after that really wants to be, though they don't mind, you get, but they can still compromise, like, oh, sorry, I don't want to post your face, I don't want to do this. I don't mind, fine, it's good, you
Like I'm
get
still coming to you, but I still want to ask Shewa something.
situation of,
So
eh,
what about
you see
you
that I talk
as a
about
person?
me about
You
me
as a person.
as
Do
a
you
person.
like being shown off?
No, please don't even, I don't even want you to post my, don't even post the hem of my garment. I don't want it.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
honestly.
Alright,
You know,
so
love can
Sledge,
actually,
over to you.
love can actually make you do something. You so be in love. Remember those times now. You know now. Blessed. When I will post, I'll write a piece too. All those where are they today? Tell me. Post. Oh, right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, no problem. So we're hearing today now that it's your wedding day, we'll see somebody. But
No
there's
problem.
somebody, alright. Okay,
Somebody.
Sledge. So what do you think? Do you think sharing of the relationship would reduce the
Um,
success of that relationship?
um, like she just said earlier, which I was actually, I'm actually not going to argue about that. You know, when I was talking about it, like people going to the relationship with the mindset of bouncing at the beginning, she just proved me right in her last speech. But then I'm not going to drag that. But well, you said it. You said last, everybody go check breakfast. Say whether you posted or
How
not.
did she
So
prove you right?
that is
How
what
did
she
I?
just said. I mean, why would you say last, everybody go check breakfast? Must everything lead to breakfast? But then I'm not going to bounce on that. But let's just keep going. Playing who
Okay.
you're dating. I mean, making it public is if you know you can actually handle the heat.
Yeah.
Personally, for me as a person, I think I'm a bit of a public, but then actually I think whatever it is that you want to last and you want it to be good, just keep it away from social media. Bitter people are on social media. So until it's actually settled
Oh.
and you know you guys have, yeah, sure. Until you guys are sure, like, okay, we've grown a thick skin and we can actually handle the heat, then you can actually put it out there. But when it's still actually growing and you guys are actually trying to find your balance, keep it away. People will spoil it.
Mhm.
So that's it.
So do you love being shown off?
Me, please don't show me off.
Why? Why?
Please don't show me off.
You
See,
don't know why. You have to tell me why.
see, see, let me
Please don't show.
see. Okay, let me give you. This is actually an exclusive actually, because it's the story of my life. I mean, there's someone I actually liked a lot. I mean, a lot, and we got talking, and then we were feeling each other. I mean, I knew she was into me so much, and then one day she did something very childish. I'm going to think it's actually childish. I mean, so she actually blocked me from her status. I mean, her WhatsApp status, and then yeah, she did, and then she posted a picture of me. And one way or the other, a friend of ours actually said, "Oh, you are with this person." And they'd be like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. It's this person. Said this person, so person. This is his surname. This is where he stays. This is where he does. If he actually pulls his clothes, he has this mark somewhere at his body. And I didn't even stand a chance. I mean, the person was actually my ex. And then so I didn't even stand a chance. She all got it this whole thing final. And then before she could actually message me back, it was all with tears, and then there was no amount of assurance I was going to do then. I mean, it was already a lost cause. We're still friends, we're cool. But then that so whatever it is, unless we are married and then we are sure, don't show me off. Just leave me the hell alone. Let me be where I am.
Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, sure.
Wow. I don't even know what I'm going to say to that. Because that would literally be a difficult one for my kind of person. But then I guess we're all different.
Very
We've come to the end of this podcast. Do you guys have any other thing you want to say or you want to ask to each other? Okay.
Oh, I'm not going to ask.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to ask Shawa a question. So I'll actually just go out then and just put it out there to people listeners. I mean, why don't you just define it? See, it's a different word, all right? I'm actually not going to encourage infidelity or whatever it is, but then I think there are a lot of things you can actually define whatever it is you're having with people is, but you have no reason to have a backup relationship. So you can actually have a backup talking stage, you can have a backup dating, you can have a backup situationship, backup entanglement, but don't have a backup relationship. Don't be like,
But
I'm
not
not going to say anything, but I just put it down. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you done?
Yes, he's done. You
Okay.
can take over.
This is to everyone listening to me. Please do whatever works for you. If you take a backup relationship,
Whatever it is he said, don't listen to him. That's what he just did with this.
no. That's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm just saying whatever.
Joe, what kind of advice are you throwing to my beautiful, fantastic audience?
Like,
right
whatever
now?
makes you happy, just do it. But in case they catch you cheating, please, I never supported you.
Did you see what she just said? She said, do whatever it is that makes you happy, even if it has to be you leading someone on and then leaving them hanging when you
No,
actually
she
satisfy
didn't say
them.
that.
That is what she just said. She
Yeah,
said, do whatever makes you happy. She just said whatever makes you happy.
But she didn't say. She didn't. Let me help her. I think she was trying to say, do what makes you happy, but not at the expense
So
of
I'm going to-
somebody's.
This
Happy.
next thing for
Okay, like,
she
do what
didn't
makes
put
you
the
happy,
expense
not
of somebody.
Hey, she was pointing out. Did you let her?
You did.
Did you?
You did.
You see?
Okay.
All right. I think I helped you out there, right, Shewa?
Yeah.
I think that was what you were going to say.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, just do what makes you happy, but not at the expense of somebody that's worth it. And yeah, thank you for having
No.
me.
If you say at the expense of, if you say not at the expense of somebody that is worth it, what if you find yourself in a situation whereby you realize your happiness doesn't lie with that person, but they're in love with you? You know,
What
situations
if
like that can arise.
I don't know, but what I mean by what, like, probably you're in a toxic relationship and you want to have a backup plan, so that relationship is not worth it. Do you get?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's so yeah.
Okay.
And probably you can't
Alright.
leave probably series of that's what I mean. So.
You people are literally cracking me up. Like, this was actually a very nice one, and thank you so much, guys, for gracing us with your presence. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
cannot thank you enough. And for our audience that are listening to us, this is our very first podcast.